Good morning. It is a Thursday. We're going to do a yoga class today. Who's in? How's everyone feeling today? I think that yoga is needed. I think we have another week and a half of lockdown until they tell us that we have another 2 weeks. Because it seems like it's never ending. But anyway, we're getting through it. The weather's changing, so that's helping. And I was thinking about doing an outdoor yoga class tomorrow. I'll be there at the river if anyone wants to show. Keeping our 6 feet apart, keeping our distance. All right, so Friday night, 7 p.m. at the river at Olette. All you need is a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, I'm sure you could get one. Oh my gosh, where could you get one? Walmart? Ask a friend. I might have an extra one I'll bring. If you don't want to do yoga, just bring a chair and come and sit, get some air, see some people. Okay, guys, we're going to do it. So, get on your mat. Come to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Pressing your palms together and bring the thumbs right at your sternum. Think about widening your collarbones out to the sides of the room and your crown up to the sky. And as you inhale, feel your rib cage expand at all angles. And as you exhale, draw your rib cage in, draw your lower belly to your spine and start to squeeze all the air out as you push your palms together. And again, a big breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're creating space within the body. And as you exhale, feel that strength that you're cultivating through your palms as you press them together, through your core as you're squeezing the spine or belly to spine. Inhale again, big breath in. And exhale, set your intention of your time here. What do you want to get out of your morning practice? Big smile, open the eyes and inhale, reach the arms up. Side bend to the right as we exhale, keep reaching that left arm over, stretch to that left side. Inhale, come back up, long arms. Side bend to the left as we exhale and reach the right arm over, long through that right arm. Inhale, come back up. Interlace the fingers, exhale, round the back, tuck your chin, point your tailbone forward, opening up the back. Inhale to open the chest, flip the palms, lift the chin, looking up. And exhale, coming to neutral spine. Release your hands down and let's move to table. When you get to your table pose, get your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale and lift your chin, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round the back. So we're trying to get into the joints of the spine. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, opening the throat, opening the chest. Exhale, round. When you do this, squeeze your glutes, point your tailbone towards the floor. Inhale again and lift the chin, lift the tailbone, open through the throat. Exhale and round. We're going to stay here. Keep pointing the tailbone down. Tuck your toes and with an inhale, moving to downward dog. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back towards your toes. We come into a fold at the back of the mat. Inhale to come up halfway, lengthen through your spine, shoulder blades pull down. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up, lift the chin, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart. As you do so, draw your lower belly in, pull your shoulder blades down. Inhale, reach the arms up, arch the back, looking up. Exhale, fold. As you're folding, squeeze your core, abdominals strong. Take the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, walk it forward, moving it to plank. As we exhale, lower your left knee. Inhale, the right leg comes up, get it in line with the floor. And as we exhale, right knee comes into the chest, forehead to knee. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the toes, get really high with that right leg. Exhale, round the forehead and knee come in. Again, inhale, bring it up. Get the right glute really strong. Exhale, bring it in. Squeeze the abdominal wall. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, one leg dog. Right leg up. As we exhale, take the right foot between the hands and taking the hands to the right knee. Lengthen through your spine and draw your left hip forward. As we inhale, left arm goes to the ceiling and start to arch the back, lifting the chin, pulling your left hip forward. Take a slow breath in. And as we exhale, both hands down, framing the right foot. Stepping the right foot back to plank as we inhale. Exhale, right knee comes down under the hip. Lift the left leg up, squeezing the glute. Inhale, spread your fingers. Left knee to chest. Exhale, round the back, forehead to knee. Inhale, bring it up. Lengthen through the leg and squeeze the glute. Exhale, bring it in. Squeeze the abdominal wall. Make space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it in, squeeze the knee in, right toes tuck, inhale, one leg dog, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, left foot between your hands, both hands come to the left knee and lengthen up, inhaling. Right hip pulls forward, squeeze through that right glute, right arm goes up. Arching the back, lifting the chin, squeeze the right glute, deep breath in. Hands come down as we exhale, stepping the left foot to plank. Inhale, hold your plank. As we exhale, on or off your knees, lower down. As you're lowering, pull your shoulder blades back. Coming into cobra as we inhale. The tops of the feet stay on your mat. Spread your toes and taking your hands off of your mat. Think about all your toenails pressing into the floor. Shoulder blades pulling down. Big breath into the collarbones. Exhale, plant the hands and sit it back to child's pose. Hips to the heels. Round your tailbone down. Keep reaching through the fingers. As we inhale, walk the hands outside right of your mat. So we're just taking a side bend, pressing the left armpit towards your mat. Bringing the forehead can rest on the mat or on your right forearm. Big breath into that left side. Keep pressing your hips down as you exhale, round your tailbone. Inhale, walk the hands center and outside left. Right armpit presses to the floor and keep reaching the right hip back and towards your right heel. We're trying to get space in between the right ribs. Breathe into that space. Stay here as you exhale. Keep rounding your tailbone. Try to touch your tailbone to your heels. Inhale, come back through neutral, hands in line with shoulders coming up to table pose. We've been here before. Right toes to the back of the mat, lift the right leg. Strong right arm, take your left arm forward. Try to get the left arm and the right leg at the same height. Now notice your abdominals here. Draw them in and lengthen through your low back. Lengthen through your right knee. Spread the fingers of the right hand and push yourself out of your right shoulder. Big breath in. Take your left hand down as we exhale. Lean forward and right leg up. One leg dog. Inhale. Move to plank as we exhale. The right knee goes to the right elbow. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale the knee to the left elbow. Go slow and squeeze all your air out. Inhale. Come back up. One leg dog. Exhale. Right foot goes between the hands. Coming up to warrior, crescent warrior, arms up. Warrior two as we exhale. So pivot and plant the left foot. Bring your right knee so it's in line with your right hip and get a little lower if you can. Pull your shoulder blades back. Long arms in line with the shoulders. Big breath in as we straighten the right leg. Exhale, reach the right fingers and hinge at the right hip. Right hand to the right shin or thigh. Left arm to the ceiling. Spread the toes and towards your left inner elbow. One more breath in. Right knee bends as we exhale. Take both hands to the front of the mat. Turn your left toes forward. Step your right foot to plank. Inhale, strong through your whole body here. Exhale, lower down. You can do that on your knees if you need to. Moving into your back bend, cobra or upward dog. Shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, down dog. Pike the hips, strong through the abdominals. Deep breath in. Exhale, move it to plank, taking your right knee down. Left leg goes up. Squeeze that left glute, moving into a one-leg table, taking the right arm forward. And as you're doing so, keep your spine long. The arm, the leg, and the spine are equally strong. Big breath in. Push yourself out of your left arm. Exhale the right hand down. Keep squeezing the left glute. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, one leg dog. Left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, plank. Left knee, left elbow. Really squeeze your abdominals. Inhale, come back up. Strong arms. Exhale, twist to the right elbow. Squeeze. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Take your time to find your alignment through your feet. Arms up to crescent when you're ready. Get your tailbone down. That's going to give you more space into your right hip flexor. Warrior two, open it up. Get your pelvis square to the floor. Adjust your feet as you need to. Outer edge of the right foot in line with the back edge of your mat. Sit low. Big inhale, trying to touch the sides of the room with the fingertips. Now straighten through that left leg. If you need to, you can walk your right foot in slightly. Reach the left fingers and hinge into your triangle pose. Notice here you don't want the belly to stick forward, so abdominal wall is strong. Think about pointing your tailbone to your right heel. Lift the kneecaps, power your thighs, spread your toes. Big breath in. Soft bend in that left knee as we exhale, hands to the front of the mat. Right toes turn forward, left foot steps back. Hold your plank, power in your core. Inhale, shoulders are strong. Exhale, lower slow, don't hang your head. Keep your gaze slightly forward. Upward dog or cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale, walking your hands back to your toes. Inhale, coming up halfway and step your feet as wide as your mat. Turn your toes out and exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, hands come to heart. It depends on your hip joints, your knee joints, your ankle joints, how low you go. It doesn't matter. You just choose what works for you. Deep breath in. As we exhale, straighten the legs, strong thighs. Inhale, lower down, slow. Spread your toes. Exhale, use your heels to push up, strong through the glutes, strong through the thighs. Inhale, lower. Try to get your knees to go in the direction your toes are pointing. Exhale, come up, feel your hamstrings work, your thighs. Inhale, down. Good job. Exhale up. We're going to stay here. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. We still have our feet on the edges of the mat. Inhale to reach the arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist, and as we exhale, we're just leaning over to the right. Lift the left leg. Pull your shoulder blades back. Tailbone points towards your left heel. Big breath in. Spread your toes. Exhale, left foot comes down to the edge of the mat, hands come to your heart. Reassess your posture. Arms come up as we inhale. Take a hold of your right wrist. Exhale over to the left, leaning over, and lift the right toes. If you want, you can keep your right toes down, as long as you're getting a challenge here. Spread the toes of your left foot. Point your tailbone down so that you're elongating your low back. Big breath in. Hands to heart as we exhale. Right foot comes to the right edge of the mat. Turn the toes out. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, release your hands down. Start to walk your hands forward, coming into a wide plank. So your hands are at the edges of the mat and your feet are at the edges of the mat. Deep inhale. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot as we exhale. The right arm goes up to the ceiling. So I've got my right inner edge, my left outer edge of the foot. Now notice here that left abdominal wall needs to be engaged to keep your hips up. That left lat, that left shoulder pushing you out of the floor. Big breath in. Exhale, the right hand comes down to the right edge of the mat. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot, taking your left arm up. If you need to, your right knee can come down or your left foot can plant. Make sure that you're not hanging on your muscle here. Big breath in. Exhale, the hand comes down. Come back to plank. Inhale, don't hang your head. Left knee comes down as we exhale. We're in a one-leg table. Right leg goes up. Left arm goes forward. Big breath in. Right knee bends behind you as we exhale. Left hand reaches for right ankle and start to lift. Lift the toes, lift the chin. Keep pushing yourself out of your right wrist. Squeeze your right glute. Big breath in. Releasing the hand. Exhale, plant it. Right knee tucks into the chest. One leg dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. We've been here before. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Ground it down. Arms up. Inhale to crescent. Warrior two as we exhale. Right leg straight. Inhale. Exhale, reach and hinge to triangle. Shoulder blades down. Deep breath in. Exhale, the right knee bends. Take your hands to the front of your mat on either side of your right foot. Turn your left toes to point to the front of your mat. Take your right arm up as we twist. As you're here, the left hand is really strong. Plant it down. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot and moving into that side plank. You can choose right foot down or right foot stacks, or you can separate the feet like we did the last one. Big breath in. Hand down as we exhale. Find your plank. Inhale. Lower down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your back bend. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Pike the hips. Strong core. Hold your downward dog. Deep inhale. Equalize the hands and the feet. Exhale. Shoulders over wrists. Right knee down. Left leg up. Inhale. Find your alignment through your abdominal wall. Right arm goes forward. Strong hands. Spread the fingers and push into your fingertips. That's going to strengthen through the whole wrist and forearm. Big inhale. Left knee bends. Exhale. Right hand reaches left ankle or toes and start to lift. We're trying to stretch that left quad, that left hip flexor, opening up the right shoulder. Squeeze the left glute. One more breath in. Right hand comes down as we exhale. Take the left knee to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze into the chest. Right toes tuck. Inhale, one leg dog. Left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, left foot between your hands. Crescent, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Pivot and plant that back foot, strong arms. Inhale, straight left leg. Start to reach forward, exhaling to triangle. Legs are straight. You can have a soft bend or a deeper bend in that left knee if you need to. Pull your right hip and your right shoulder back. Tailbone points to your right heel. Spread your toes. Inhale. Left knee bends as we exhale. Take your hands to the front of your mat. Frame that left foot. Turn your right toes to point forward. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. As you're doing so, drop your hips lower. Pull your right hip forward, left hip back. Keep your left knee pointing to the front of the room, not to the left. One more breath in. Ground your right hand. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Find your side plank. Left foot can rest on your mat or on top of your left leg. Don't hang your head. Big breath in. Strong right glute, strong right abdominals. Exhale, left hand comes down. Hold your plank. Big breath in. Don't hang your head. Lower down on the exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down. Bend your knees behind you. Taking your hands to your toes or ankles. Stay here or start to kick. Toes to the ceiling, chest to the wall in front of you. The glutes, kicking the feet into the hands and lifting the heels so that you can really get a stretch into the front of the body. Big breath into the front of the chest. Exhale and lower down. Taking your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Plank as we inhale. Downward dog as we exhale. Let's walk the hands back to the back end of the mat. Again, toes turned out to the edges of the mat. Let's bend the knees. Take your hands to your heart. Upper back is really strong. Spread your fingers. Feel that power that you have in your heels as we press up to stand. Strong thighs, strong glutes. As we inhale, let's reach the arms up. Take a hold of your right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left. Start to lift your right leg up. Now stay here. Check in with that left foot. Notice we don't want to grip the mat. Point your tailbone slightly down so you're not pushing your belly forward. Now from here, come up to stand. Take the hands to the heart and your right ankle to your left thigh. Right toes pull towards the right knee. Square your pelvis. Bring a softness into your left toes, your left knee. Let's start to bend the left knee forward. Shoulder blades draw back and down. Tailbone points just to the inside of your left heel. Now sometimes the pelvis will tilt. Notice here, right hip stays a little higher so that you can keep your pelvis squared to the floor. You got to get that left glute involved. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right foot next to left. Find your chair pose. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Come to stand, stepping your feet as wide as your mat. Inhale, arms up. Take a hold of left wrist. Exhale, over to the right. Lift the left leg. And again, find your alignment in your spine. Tailbone is pointing down. And when you're ready, come up to neutral with the upper body. Hands to heart, left ankle, right thigh. And as you're here, think about pulling your left toes in towards your left shin. And now we draw right knee forward. And notice here, adjust as you need to. We want to try to keep the pelvis squared to the floor. A lot of times we will not use the glute and then the hips will start to tilt. So really keep your attention to where your hips are. And as you're lowering, keep adjusting so that you're not rocking to the side. Shoulder blades are back. Let's all move and spread the right toes. Big breath in, wide collarbones. Exhale, left foot next to right, arms sweep up to chair. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Walking the hands forward as we inhale to downward dog. Exhale, lower down to table. Inhale to keep the toes tucked, sit your hips back onto your heels. Moving into a back bend here, take your hands to your low back and lift your hips so that they're right over your knees. Toes stay tucked under, and think about pointing your tailbone down. You can use your hands to help lengthen your low back. Hips go over the knees, the chest goes towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulder blades back. Take your right hand to your right heel, left arm to the ceiling or the wall behind you. Big breath into the sternum. Exhale, hips come back down to the heels. Reset, sometimes the knees start to flare, so reassess. Come back up to lift the hips right over the knees. Hands come to your low back. And try to pull your hands so that they're lengthening your tailbone down and forward. When you're ready, left hand to the left heel, right arm to the ceiling or the wall behind you. Try to keep lifting your chest up, create space. Don't let your heels fall to the sides of the room. Big inhale. Exhale, hips to heels. Walk your hands forward and come down to the elbows. Get to your elbows, get them right underneath your shoulders, and then take your toes back so that we now end up in plank on the elbows. Big breath in. This is a really good posture for your back strength, your core strength, and your thighs. So pushing the backs of the knees to the ceiling. If you need to, the knees can come down. Keep your gaze about a foot in front of your mat and keep lengthening through the back of your neck, through your low back, through your core. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, coming back up to table pose, doing another set of camel. Come to sit onto the back of the heels. If you want, you can do the same one we did the last time with one hand up, one hand down. Next breath in, lift your chest. Now, if you want, you can take both hands to the heels, making it a little more intense as you press the chest towards the ceiling, the chin towards the ceiling. Try not to let your heels flare out to the sides. Keep pulling your tailbone to point right in between your knees. Big breath into the chest. Exhale, hands come back to the low back and sit your bum down. Let's move to seated, taking the legs straight in front. Long through the legs, lengthen through the spine and start to walk your hands alongside the legs, maybe reaching the toes. As you're here, get really open through your upper back. And as you're exhaling, get longer in your spine, but pull your shoulder blades down. Get lots of space in between the joints of the spine, in between the ribs, through the sides of the body. Take another big breath. Get a little lower if you can as you're exhaling. Inhale, come back up with the crown towards the ceiling. Bend the right knee so the right foot comes inside the straight left leg. As we inhale, arms come out wide and twist so that you're turning the chest towards the right wall. Release your right hand behind you, plant it, point your left toes, and lift your hips. So we're on the left knee, foot, right knee, right hand, and arch the back. Push your chest to the ceiling, push your left foot down, squeeze both glutes equally. One more big breath in. Exhale, hips come down. Plant your right foot in front of you. The knee points to the ceiling, pull your shoulder blades back. Take both hands to interlace the bottom of the right foot. Activate your upper back and lift your right heel. As you're here, the right knee can be bent. If you want more intensity and if you have the movement of the knee, you can start in the leg. But notice my back. I don't want you rounding here. So instead, bend your knee, and then lengthen your spine. So we're using this posture to strengthen the upper back. So as you're here, find your shoulder blades and keep pulling them down. As you're doing so, if you want more intensity of the hamstring, you can start to straighten that right leg. Deep breath in, spine is long. As we exhale, take the left hands to the outside of the right ankle or shin or somewhere in between. Take your right arm to the wall behind you, and as you do so, straighten your spine. So that right heel is going to go slightly forward as the right arm goes back. Turn your gaze to the right thumb. Breathe tall through your spine. Arms are equal in line with the floor. Deep breath in, strong upper back. Exhale, right hand comes to the right foot, bending through the knee and releasing the foot straight down, long legs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. As we exhale, the left knee bends so the foot comes inside the straight right leg. Arms out to a T and twist to the left. Left hand leans back, plant it, right toes point forward, lift. So we're on the right foot, left knee, left hand. Keep reaching back with that right fingertip and keep opening up the hips, opening up the chest. Big breath in. Hips come down as we exhale. Left foot plants in front. Lengthen through your spine and take the hands to the bottom of the left foot. Start to lift the heel. And then notice here, we don't want the back to round, so bend the knee and lift the chest. Upper back is really strong. Then you work from that straight spine, strong back. If you want to straighten that left knee, go ahead. Really mindful of the upper back strength. Right hand outside left ankle, knee, or shin, and take the left arm to the wall behind you. As you do so, that left heel lowers so that we can get the shoulders square to the floor. Gaze to the left wall or the left thumb. Tall through the crown, make sure it stays right over the tailbone. Deep breath in. Exhale, left hand to the left foot. Bend the left knee out to the left. Bend the right knee out to the right. Bottoms of the feet touch. Inhale, tall through your crown. Exhale, fold forward. It's not going to be a big movement. It doesn't matter. Keep shoulder blades drawing back. Keep lengthening up through your crown. Deep breath in as you widen your collarbones. And as we exhale, let's come up. Plant your feet down and bring your hips close to your heels. Lower down onto your back. Palms right down beside you. Spread your toes and get your heels close to your bum. Toes pointing directly forward. Start to lift your hips up. Get the glutes strong. Lower down slow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. When you're lifting, think about pointing your tailbone towards your inner knees. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Spread your toes. Equalize the weight through your heels, your forefoot. 1 more. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Taking your right heel up to the ceiling. Take your hands behind the right hamstring. Press out of the heel and slowly circle the ankle. We're getting into the bottom of that right foot, right into the ankle joint. Go the other way, really slow. Hold it to neutral. Lower the right foot, take the left leg up, hands behind the left hamstring, press out of the heel, and slowly circle the ankle. Spread the toes, squeeze the toes. And go the other way. Foot flexibility is so important for the whole body to be flexible and mobile. Hold here, bend both knees, take them right over the hips. So notice here that the thighs are perpendicular to the floor. Now push your low back into the floor. Taking your right hand to the right, left hand behind the head, big breath in. Exhale the left elbow towards the right knee. Inhale, come back down. Again, exhale to the right knee, straighten your left leg. Inhale, come back down, bring the left knee back in. Exhale, elbow to knee, straight left leg. Inhale, come back in. Keep going. If you want, you don't have to straighten that left leg, or if you want, you can keep both feet down. Keep moving by pushing your low back to the floor. And notice sometimes the knee wants to get too close to the chest, which is fine, but when we're trying to get that left knee to stay in place, we're really using stabilizing muscles here, and it's really good for the core, really good for shaping, really good for strengthening. So keep that right knee just over the hip, and you're really using your muscles to control that right knee so it's not moving. That's our last one. Bring your head down, bring your left arm out to the left, right hand behind the head, recheck your thighs, push your low back down, big breath in, right elbow, left knee, exhale. Inhale, bring it down, exhale, bring it up, and then adding that right leg if you want, inhale down, exhale, bring it up, knee comes back in. Inhale, open, strong abdominal wall. Exhale, bring it in. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Keep going. Don't let your low back lift off of your mat. Notice that left knee. Control where you let it land. The left knee doesn't move. The right knee lands right next to the left one. 2 more. Squeeze your core. Last one. Open it up as we inhale. Bring both knees to the chest as we exhale. Hands to the knees and rocking side to side. Taking your hands behind your knees, roll up to seated. When you get to your seated position, take your right knee to cross over your left. If you want, you can have your left leg straight or bent. If you have both knees bent, just make sure that your right hip isn't tilted off of your mat. We want to make sure that both sides of the back are equally long. Now finding your knees as much stacked as possible, but not to the point that you're side bending. Arms up as we inhale. Exhale the left hand behind the head and the right hand behind the back. As you're here, shoulders and hips are squared to one another. Keep open through your rib cage. If you want, you can take your left hand closer to the right hand closer to the left, but only do this if you can keep that length up in the back of the neck. Now, as you're in the position, you need to breathe so that you can get the benefit of the movement of the pose. If you're holding your breath, then you will not be able to get the benefit of the pose. And with the next inhale, gently release the hands, and we're just walking them forward. Again, if you have your left leg straight, just be mindful you don't want to bend your knee. And as we're folding, we're just accessing more of the hips, more of the glutes. And again, you still want to keep your pelvis square to the floor. So notice here, sometimes that right hip will lift. No need to go further forward if the hip is lifting. Take one more big breath in. And as we exhale, come back up. Release your right leg straight. Take your left knee to cross the right. You choose, stay here, or right knee bends. One side's going to feel different than the other. There's no judgment. There's no expectation. Just be where you are and notice here. Ground your pelvis down. Equalize left and right sides. Arms come up as we inhale. Right hand behind the back, behind the head, left hand behind the back. Now as you're here, keep lengthening your spine so you can use your hand behind your head to think about lifting the crown up to the ceiling. Push the head into the back of the hand, back of the head into the hands. Elbows stay wide, collarbones stay wide, and then if you want, walk your hands closer together, only if you need that extra intensity. And then make sure that you breathe so you can initiate the benefits of the posture. Breathing into the rib cage. Try not to arch the back. Make sure your crown is tall, your hips are squared equally down. Next breath in, release the arms up. And exhale, hands come down and start to fold if you want to fold. If not, you can stay up. Make sure that you're feeling something, but not so much that you're forcing it to the point where you're not breathing. Remember, if that right leg is straight, we're not hyperextending the back of the knee, so be mindful of that. And with the next inhale, let's come up, taking the legs out wide as they'll comfortably go. Walk your hands forward, folding in, getting into the inner thighs, the hamstrings. It's really good for the nerves here. If you also point your toes and flex your heels, circle through the ankles, squeeze and spread the toes. And that's really good for getting some movement into the nerves of the legs. So do a couple of those mobility, agility movements. Good, and let's come back up, taking your knees together and rolling onto the back. Bringing knees to chest, arms to T, and let both knees fall to the left. Turning your gaze to the right, breathing into the right side. Feel your exhale softening your spine, softening your hips. Inhale, come back up to neutral. Take your hands to your knees, lift your tailbone so you can lengthen your low back, release it down, and then arms wide to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, coming back to center. Take the arms and legs up to the ceiling. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Circle the wrists and ankles slowly clockwise. And go the other way, counterclockwise. Really slow, control it. Hold to neutral, close your eyes, let your arms and legs be up without any effort. Just a soft bend in the knees, soften the muscles, soften the fingertips, close the eyes, and deepen your breath. Scan through the body, notice if there's any areas that you can release tension. Arms and legs up using as little effort as possible. Bring a softening around your forehead and a gentle smile. And when you're ready, you can move into Shavasana. Allowing the arms to come down, the feet to come down, and dragging the legs to the front corners of your mat. Wherever feels good with the arms, you can have them by your side, you can have them on your belly. Allow your eyes to close. Bring a soft smile. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go.
Rest here. Let your whole body melt. Start noticing the difference of when your body is tight and when your body is free. And start becoming familiar with this sensation of softness and awareness. And keep allowing yourself to let go of anything you don't need to hold or carry, physically or mentally. Deepen your breathing. Start to move your fingers and toes. Bring your knees to your chest. One side. Making your way up to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Eyes and smile. We began the practice in this position, but now the body is different, the mind is different. Of this prana and healing energy that you have cultivated from within you. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and time with me. Be sure to share your positive energy with someone today. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Let me know if I can help you in any way. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. Do you want to talk before we finish up? I was sweating there. That was a good one. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. I wouldn't do it if you guys didn't do it with me, so I appreciate you. And we will do this again soon. Try to reach out to someone today and just let them know that you're thinking about them. We need each other right now. So, love you guys. Have a great day. See you soon.